lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation, please.
Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we gather today with gratitude for the opportunity to serve, to lead, and to work together for the good of our community. As we open this meeting, we are mindful of this sacred season, marked by the solemn reflection of Good Friday and the joyful hope of Easter. In Good Friday, we remember sacrifice, humility, and the call to love others selflessly. In Easter, we celebrate renewal, hope, and the promise of new beginnings. May these truths guide our hearts and minds today. We ask for your guidance and blessing over this meeting and over all those we serve. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Our first order of business is the approval of the minutes of March 19th.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Next, we'll hear from the treasurer.
Morning.
Morning.
The following bills are to be paid pending approval. Accounts payable with a total of $682,311.26. Payroll for the period was $519,537.87. 911 account had 7 checks and 3 EFTs, totaling $15,207.52. Children and youth totaled $81,849.94 with 9 checks. Liquid Fuels Act 89 account had 1 EFT for $54.22. Mifflin County Improvement Program had 1 check for $590,291.65. And finally, CDBG had 3 checks totaling $19,812.80.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to pay these bills?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the bills are paid and you can continue with the report.
Treasurer's report for the period beginning 3/18 and ending 3/31/2026. General account had a starting balance of $1,273,340.29. Total debits for the period were $1,433,773.94, giving us an ending balance of $1,505,265.10. Finally, the reserve account rounded out the period with $5,532,913.22.
Thank you, Diane. Are there any questions for the treasurer? Not, is there a motion to approve her report?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you, Diane. Meetings and events. My list is with Chief Clerk for inclusion in the minutes. Tell you upcoming will be regional meetings with Cedar Cog Housing Development Corporation and the Workforce Development Board. Commissioner Wise.
My list is also with the chief clerk.
Okay, Commissioner Copeland.
My list is with the chief clerk as well. I'd like to welcome Maddie Clenard and Joya Frazier from MCTV here today. Thanks for filming for us.
Okay, thank you. Any public comment for this morning? I don't see any, so we'll just move on to new business. First item is new business is Planning Director Jim Letier.
Good morning. This client services agreement that you have before you is between Worcester County Commissioners and Michael Baker International for the preparation of the county's comprehensive safety action plan through a grant the county received from the Federal Highway Administration through their Safe Streets and Roads for All SS4A grant. They spoke last week about the process we went through to select this consultant. And I also mentioned that the purpose of this plan will be to address disproportionate safety concerns for pedestrians and non-motorized roadway users to move the county towards 0 deaths on the roadways as a result of accidents, using a balanced transportation system that uses systemic and data-driven solutions. Michael Baker, along with our office and the not yet created planning advisory committee, similar to the one we use for the comprehensive plan, but we will be trying to use different experts. In this situation, we'll request each municipality to appoint their roadmasters to serve on the committee, who will have will be most familiar with roadway issues and safety concerns in their municipalities. And we'll also have tried to secure a PennDOT representative and a CEDACOG representative who specializes in transportation. It will run, the PAC will serve as the project's governance and coordination forum, which would validate key issues and data findings, advising and outreach, refining prioritization criteria, and helping ensure recommended strategies are feasible supported across the jurisdiction. Yeah. Contract amount is $445,527, which consists mainly of the grant, which is $356,458, county's match of $89,115. Michael Baker will utilize 2 sub-consultants to assist with transportation analysis and matters. And they are Kittleson and Associates and Bellman Consulting Group, who have extensive experience preparing SS4A plans. The key deliverables include a minimum of 4 engaging public events, time to align with major plan milestones and other actionable input on safety issues and plan recommendations, a public outreach survey to collect input on safety concerns, travel patterns, locations of concern and priorities for improvements, and a final safety action plan. The benefits to the county and to each municipality will be the identification and prioritization of these improvements, similar to the existing action plan that we have with tentative cost estimates, and this would allow them a greater probability of securing grant funds to make these projects a reality. This all should take around 15 months to complete. A final plan must be done by December 31st of 2027, and the final report must be complete by March 1st of 2028. This is a reimbursable grant, and that's a summary of the agreement for the.
Jim, can you tell us, when would the public begin to see things happening? I know that you said we have to form the committee. What do you think, summer?
I'd say June, probably May, late May, June.
Okay. Any other questions for Jim?
Is this just for local roads or state included in that?
Both, yeah.
Okay, and like you're saying, like contacts from leadership from townships and boroughs would contact you with needs or anything?
Well, we would outreach to them, to the township manager, borough manager, and request that their roadmaster be involved in this committee, provide us input on where they feel improvements need to be made at certain intersections, what are unsafe intersections and so forth. So we need their input. It's important that they participate.
Yeah, anything else for Jim? Okay, we'll entertain a motion to sign the agreement with Michael Baker and kick off the county's Safe Streets and Roads Grant.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you, Jim. Next, Melissa Stewart. We have 2 actions. Take the first one first, Melissa, for the application of the MAP grant.
So the first is a non-competitive grant through BCCD of $102,968 to provide education counseling for the MHE entering our Mifflin County Correctional Facility. So it is to provide services for those while they are incarcerated.
And Melissa, this is not just for Mifflin County, let's say inmates, but also for anybody.
It's for anybody that is within the Mifflin County Correctional Facility.
And it is a 2-year grant.
Yes.
Questions on the MAC grant? Not, we need a motion to submit the application.
Yes.
I'm not seeing any figures on here.
Yeah, the figures need to be added, by you and
Yeah,
the,
so it's not, the grant is not due until the 16th of this month, so it is still working, so a final copy will be circulated to the commissioners prior to final submission, but. It's a work in progress at the moment, just due to the timing of meetings, that's why we chose to do it today, because we didn't want to wait till the day it was due to.
yes, because we
Okay,
don't have a
Seeking
meeting.
approval.
So,
Yeah.
so the revised, the revision will make part of the minutes.
Yeah.
When we get it.
all right, so
There's a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, that is approved. We have an addition to the agenda this morning. And Melissa will explain this to us. First, I need a motion to amend the agenda.
so moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The agenda is amended to incorporate discussion on the state crisis intervention program grant that we will be receiving, or is this an application?
So we actually we received the award notification for another PCCD grant for the crisis intervention program. The amount is $181,000, $181,767. And it's to provide crisis intervention training. And this will be to fund an additional co-responder who would be also a CIT, crisis intervention training coordinator. So some additional training will happen. Center for Community Resources is the entity that employs co-responders. They would be hiring another co-responder that gets embedded into the police departments in order to respond to situations, particularly involving mental health situations. And then, so not only would they be present to respond to those situations, but they would also be training other community first responders how to handle those situations whenever they come.
Where will this additional co-responder be?
So right now, they would be a floater to help with really any, I'm not sure where they will be housed yet, that is to be determined. Met with Center for Community Resources yesterday, and they were going to have some discussions and try to figure out what they were going to do with that position, start advertising. And the goal is to have somebody hired within the first 3 months of the grant. And
We have two
then
co-responders
we
now.
currently have two co-responders. One is housed at Lewistown Police Department and the other one is Mifflin County Regional Police. But they do also assist with other departments. So this would be a floater to help with the level of calls, because right now some of the co-responders are working 12 and 14-hour days just to respond to incidents.
And this is a 2-year grant.
This one's from, it technically started January 1, but we only received notification March 20th that it was received. We got the award notification and then it runs until September 30th, 2027. So it's not a full 2 years, but it is broken up into 2 years according to PCCD.
And finally, before I ask for other questions, part of this says development and implementation of the CIT plan for the county, and who would be responsible for that?
It would run through the grant and whomever is hired would work on developing that plan. We currently do an annual CIT training. It's done through JBBDS. But it would kind of take, so Bob Henry does that currently, and so he would work with the new hire to, say this is what has been done already, but also perhaps expand it a little bit more and offer training a little more frequent.
Okay, so this is, the action would be acceptance of the grant.
Correct.
Okay, of $181,767, no county match for this. So this is 100% grant to expand the co-responder program already in existence and to provide strategic planning for the future. Questions to Melissa?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so thank you. We have two items relating to domestic relations, and these are continuations of existing, the existing relationship between the county sheriff and the Mifflin County Domestic Relations Office. One is updating the intergovernmental agreement between the county sheriff and domestic relations to provide security at domestic relations. And again, this is something that is ongoing, it needs to be updated annually. Any questions? There a motion to approve?
Second.
Those in favor, say aye. Opposed? That motion passes. There's also the updating of the intergovernmental agreement between the County of Mifflin, Mifflin County Sheriff, and Domestic Relations for the Sheriff's Office to provide warrant services. Again, this is already continuing, it's ongoing, and this is a continuation of existing relationship between the departments. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Next, we have Children and Youth Administrator. Thank you, Nicole.
So this is for a contract for the Diversified Treatment Alternative Centers out of Milton, PA. They provide dependent and delinquent youth with access to behavioral health treatment through residential care. And the rate is $581.56 per day.
Do you have anybody there now?
Yes, that's why we needed to do this contract. It's a child that we didn't really have any other options for.
Okay, any questions for Nicole?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that purchase service agreement is approved. Thank you. Next, we have a proposal from Professional Training Associates and Grants Liaison Madison Price will explain this to us.
Good morning. So this proposal is to offer an 8-hour renovation repair team training course to local contractors. We have a whole home repair program grant. And one of the grant requirements is to offer an investment into local workforce development. So we decided to offer a web training course to expand our pool of contractors who can bid on our housing rehab projects.
So there's going to be advertisement. Obviously, you're going to put something together to advertise this availability of the training.
Yes, so right now, this is just to schedule one class on May 12th. We're hoping to offer another class maybe in the fall if we have enough interest. So we plan to do local, outreach to local contractors to try to get to fill up the class as much as we can.
Okay. There was some discussion about offering it to students at the academy too, so develop that relationship.
Yes. Also, so this is as far as the price, that's $2,400 for up to 10 participants and $125 for each person over up to 8 months.
Okay. It's paid through the whole home program,
Correct.
$2,400 for up to 10 and $125 a piece for over. The date is established and the training will be at the county annex. Any other questions for Madison? Not, is there a motion to approve the proposal from Professional Training Associates?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you, Madison. Next, we have two actions for CDBG and Carol Kearney High will explain this to us. Morning, Carol.
These are two more subrecipient agreements. We are going through each of these subrecipient agreements that we've done recently. We did a few couple weeks ago. They are project specific and contract specific. So item G is a subrecipient agreement between the Mifflin County Municipal Authority and the county, specifically for the contract year 2022 entitlement program, Juniata Terrace fire hydrants. Improvements. That's a single year budget line funded project. So all these subrecipient agreements are the same. It's a template that we change the name of the project and the contract information. So it's been signed by MCMA, their solicitor reviewed it. Now it's for approval and execution by the commission.
Okay. Any costs associated with this?
No, this is.
Extra cost, additional cost?
No, this is just a legal document. It's not, this is between the county and MCMA for basically making sure it's kind of a double security in addition to the cooperation agreement that the commissioners already have with the subgrantees. These are specific documents that are in the CDBG like permanent file, basically. That's why they're specific to the project and specific to the contract year.
Okay, and this is from contract year 2022.
Yes.
Any other questions for Carol on this particular subrecipient agreement? And if not, is there a motion to approve subrecipient agreement with the municipal authority?
So moved.
Those in favor say aye. Opposed? That is, now we have a subrecipient agreement with Wayne Township for the year 2024.
Wayne Township's water meter replacement project is funded 2 years of CDBG money. We already do have a subrecipient agreement for the fiscal year 23 budget line. This is the same thing, same project, but for the budget line from the 24 contract.
Okay. Questions? Now, is there a motion to approve the subrecipient agreement with Wayne Township for the year 2024?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you, Carol. Next, we have a request for exoneration of 2026 county real estate tax bills and relieve the tax collecting these bills. We're going to take these as a whole. These are an exoneration of property taxes for disabled veterans. Mr. Michael Snook in Lewiston Borough, Mr. Shane Moore in Derry Township, and Deborah and Larry Collins in Granville Township. These people are deemed to be disabled by the U.S. Veterans Office and eligible for exemption of property taxes. Any discussion? Favor, is there a motion to approve the exonerations for these three properties?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Two personnel items. We have the hiring of Daniel Trewick, full-time 911 telecommunicator, the hiring of Jaden Zimmerman for an LPN. I assume at the correctional facility, and the retirement of Lisa Harris from tax claim clerk. Motion to accept these three personnel items.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.